This past weekend, I had a chance to once again watch Unrivaled. I've thoroughly been enjoying the league, what they've been posting on social media, as well as the game. Though some games have been a little bit more competitive than others, I try to catch as many as possible. And this past weekend, the matchup between the Lunar Owls and Team Vinyl definitely caught me off guard. Prior to this point, the Lunar Owls have not been doing that great. A lot of it due to roster changes and people being injured, like feet. Them hooty-hoos turned to booty-hoos. And oddly enough, before this specific game, I had a feeling that someone was going to crash out. You see, Skylar Diggins has just started playing back with the team after coming off injury herself, and Marina has been carrying a lot of the workload. We've seen Marina crash out already versus Team Rose. She's a competitor, and after watching her over the years, I pretty much kind of get her attitude by now. She does play for my team after all, the Sun. And though she'll have her episodes on the court once in a while, I know that it just stays there on the court. But in this particular game, she and Courtney Williams got into it. Marina felt that Courtney was fouling her a little bit too much and decided to bear hug her. This led to multiple texts being thrown, and what do you know, the Lunar Owls ended up winning. Sometimes I believe that Marina needs a little bit of an edge in order to succeed, to get over the hump in the game. This didn't bother me because I know there's a handful of crash outs in the W. Marina, Skylar Diggins, Alicia Gray, I'll put Jonquel in there, and we even have to mention Caitlin. It's perceived differently when it comes to her for a myriad of reasons, but she's in there. When Courtney was asked about this particular scuffle with her and Marina, she said this is a part of the game. It is what it is. However, I saw some discourse online in which people were saying that Marina gets away with having her crash out moments, whereas certain players, specifically black players, aren't given as much grace. Me, I thought about this discourse and I asked myself, do I perceive certain players differently than others when they crash out? When Skylar has her moments, do I look at her any differently? No. I expect it out of certain players. It could be a little bit much sometimes, like Marina going on and saying that she was going to off somebody. I thought that was inappropriate. However, I am aware that certain players are perceived differently than others. I saw chatter online talking about Kennedy Carter. Now, Kennedy, I believe, is a different case because she already has a reputation of being trouble in the locker room. On every team she has been a part of, the Sparks, the Dream, Chicago Sky, there's always been something. Whether true or not, she has a reputation. So when she has her moments in a game, especially with the flagrant fouls that she had during that season with Chicago, it is talent. As far as Marina goes, she poked fun at her crash outs online, having her little accountability jar in which she put money into it. She's been reading a lot of the comments on social media, thread specific. However, I thought about the WNBA specifically and how certain people, when they get argumentative at refs, how they're perceived. I remember a referee trying to get security on Dejanay. And I also thought about Skylar Diggins. She has her crash outs and we say ha, you know, she used to twirl the finger and all that. Is her being attractive, because many people think she's very pretty, is that a part of why her crash outs are allowed to be what they are? And she doesn't get judged harshly because of that. When Jonquel crashes out, I don't see any problem with it. I haven't seen much social media discourse about it, but I wonder if she's perceived differently. With Caitlin, we know that media looks at her as the golden girl, so no matter how much she carries on, and she does it quite a bit, I don't know if mainstream media is going to look at her crash outs as problematic. I'm not going to take away from the fact that there are racial components to attitude. You see that with the spicy Latina and the angry black woman. And that obviously is going to carry into sports. That's how society rolls, at least in America. I guess the point of this video is to look at your biases and look to see if you're judging one player more harshly than another based on their skin color, whether or not you find them attractive. Literally sit with that and ask yourself if you're adding to a potential problem.